I am Keisha Kirby, coming to you with chemical services, focusing on our relaxer application and safety. If you watched my previous video all about relaxers, you will see that I discussed the various types of relaxers. Now in this video, we will discuss our relaxers. We're covering the portion for your version relaxer application, your retouch application, and if you want to do texturizing in this service using your hydroxide relaxer. Also, we will cover your base cream, which is also known as your protective cream, and your normalizing products and neutralizing shampoos. Just a little small recap about a base relaxer and a no base relaxer. With your base relaxer, it requires the application of the base cream or your protective cream to protect the client's skin and scalp during relaxing. That means that the relaxer does not have base a protective base made or built into the product. You have what's called a no base. That means that the product do have a protective cream built in it. This is why I say you do not have to use a base cream on the scalp, but you do need it around the hairline and the ears. It is because the product contains a protective base cream that melts at body temperature. Now we're at the application. Your version application, which is only a ½ inch from the roots and 1 inch from the ends. You're only going to coat the middle shaft of the hair or the cold strand. You do not go from root to end, because if you do, this is why your roots are nicely relaxed and your ends, because they're porous, they're nicely relaxed and breaking, and now your middle cold shaft is uneven. It is not completely relaxed the way you would like. So you also want to ensure that you use horizontal partings that are 1/4 to 1/2 inch, 1/4 to a ½ inch of horizontal partings, ensuring that you are starting at the most resistant area of the head. And the most resistant area of the head is normally going to be found in the nape or the back of the head. One thing I want to ensure that I also add into this that is not written is once you have got the relaxation in the middle of that cold shaft where you first applied the relaxer, then you want to go back and apply the relaxer from the roots and the ends, smoothing it out, making sure that it's evenly smooth. And you can use the back of your comb, or you can use the brush or brush with the bowl. Now we're going to talk about your relaxer retouch. Your relaxer retouch, you normally are going to apply 2 inches to the new growth only. Only 2 inches to the new growth only. You want to make sure you're not overlapping, because when you begin to overlap, that's when you get the lines of demarcation and breakage as the same as it was if you were using color or any other chemical that requires a retouch. Then you ensure that you're using horizontal partings, still using your 1/4 to your ½ inch horizontal partings, still starting at the most resistant area of the head, which is the nape and the back of the head. Something else I want to point out to you is your base cream. Your base cream, when you're going to apply your base cream, which is also known as your protective cream, you're still going to use 1/4 to ½ inch horizontal partings, applying the base cream throughout the scalp. And then you would apply it around the hairline and the ears to ensure that your client is truly being protected. We're going to talk about a periodic strand test. You know what? Do not shampoo the hair prior to a hydroxide relaxer. If you do, you will irritate the scalp and it will burn like bumblebees are stinging you. Or if you've ever used a 40 volume peroxide inside your powder highlighter or bleach and then applied it to your scalp, it begin to burn like bees are stinging you. This is the effect that you would get. The difference is the hair will not process, but the scalp would have burned and now you've irritated your client's scalp. Do not shampoo the hair 24 to 48 hours prior to receiving a relaxer or before receiving a relaxer. Make sure the hair in the scalp is dry. When you are sectioning it, do not scrape or irritate the scalp. Apply your protective base cream or your protective cream around the ears and scalp and the hairline, the entire hairline, ears and scalp. You want to wear your protective gloves, you want to protect your client's eyes. You want to flush the eyes if the solution touches. Do not allow product to touch the ears, the skin, or the scalp. Make sure if it does, stop immediately and remove it and remove the product off the hair or the scalp or wherever it is applied to that wasn't supposed to be, and then reapply your base cream to ensure that the client is being protected. Form a periodic strand test. I previously talked about that periodic strand test. That's to make sure that it has a smooth safety and precautions. Again, using neutralizing shampoo with a color indicator can confirm to restore the pH. All relaxer companies or brands are not using color indicators where when you rinse the hair out, the water can turn pink. That will allow you to know that the relaxer is still in there. When you're not certain, rinse, 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 rinse to ensure that it's all out, and shampoo. There is no rule that says you only need to shampoo or neutralize the hair 2 or 3 times. You rinse and shampoo and neutralize till you are confident that all of it is out and there is none still present in the client's hair. Use conditioner and a wide tooth comb to eliminate excessive stretching when combing the tangles. Do not use hot irons or excessive heat on chemically treated hair. Do not use hot irons or excessive heat on chemically treated hair. This concludes our relaxer application and safety video. Remember, neutralizing shampoo is the only type of shampoo that can rinse and deactivate the hydroxide ions from the relaxer, saving the integrity of your client's hair. Most of all, ensure that you do a thorough scalp analysis and a client consultation to ensure that there are no metallic dyes being used on the hair and no scalp abrasions. Again, I'm Keisha Kirby, and continue to follow me and watch my videos.